Hi, my name is Julian Barrans. I'm Managing Director of Interbrand for Southeast Asia. If you're trying to take being Pinoy overseas, then you obviously need to have scale inside your own country. So a good example would be if you were picturing yourself as San Miguel, the fantastic beer from the Philippines, then it would need to have success and scale in its own country to do that. If, however, you had just come across a great idea for a new international brand that was going to be providing a new product or new services to the world at large, then you don't really have to have any success or any scale in your own country at all to start with. You just need to have a really successful, or potentially successful business model and an idea that's going to resonate well around the world. If you think about what it is that people are looking for more and more, there are things around, obviously social media is one that we've seen lots and lots of brands coming in, some being sold for some really, really high prices as they have the potential to spread around the world. Another one would be as the middle class is absolutely exploding across Southeast Asia in particular, and in markets like China and India. Fashion is a big opportunity because as people have more and more money and financial resources, they're looking for different ways to express themselves and they want to be part of the international scene. So it's interesting that brands like Zara, H&M, Topshop have grown from their local beginnings to offering affordable fashion on a global scale. So if you think to the Philippines, there are some very strong design ethics that come from the Philippines. So you could see brands like Bench potentially spreading around the world. Another one would be in food. There are some very successful brands like Jollibee, which would have the potential to take its business model, its success at bringing fast food to people, and looking to adapt its concept and taking that to more and more countries too, beyond focusing on OFWs, for example. It's interesting in that the way they're coming in, they're all coming in as premium offerings versus what they stand for in their own countries, which is interesting in its own right, and I suppose a statement to the high regard that the Philippine people hold for international brands. Now, as they come in, they're going to be stealing a percent of the Filipino consumer's wallet or purse. So as that happens, it can actually damage the brands in the Philippines currently already. Now, counter to that, it also creates an opportunity for the Philippine brands to become more competitive and how they see themselves. So there's one or two things. They can look to offer a better value solution versus those premium brands coming in, because if those premium global brands coming in have a concept that's really interesting, like Starbucks, for example, it's an everyday brand in the US. It's not premium at all like it is in the Philippines. So there could be an opportunity for a Philippine company to say, well, I want to offer that same kind of brand promise of my third place, but I'm going to do it far more value for money linked to it and offer a more everyday position that means you can support a bigger network of outlets around the Philippines. So that's one business opportunity that comes from that. The other one would be if you want to protect your business longer term and you've got something that you believe as a business model will work around the world and as a brand will work around the world, if you're going to be under threat here, put the other brands under threat and start spreading out and going international. With the AEC happening very soon, there's going to be a lot more regional competition within ASEAN. With that, more global players will be coming in too. So it's really time to think about spreading your wings and creating a global business and not just the great Philippine business.